Water?
Objection, Your Honor.
Did you observe blood marks in the water when you were there that evening?
Hey, what's up, guys? LegalBro here, talking about one of the most riveting cases of 2023 so far, the Murdaugh case. The guy from South Carolina that allegedly may have killed his wife and his son at the family farm. His youngest son, the one that he allegedly shot, and I say that in air quotes, he's still in trial. Obviously, everyone's innocent until proven guilty, but that son that was killed had gotten into a boating accident at some point a couple years earlier and killed a girl. His son was facing serious charges. Now all of a sudden it's come out that Murdaugh's wife and son may have tried to confront Murdaugh about his prescription addiction, which he was, oh, by the way, funding by stealing from his clients in his law firm that he owned. And honorable mention, his family going back generations had been the prosecutor in this little town near Beaufort. But many of you may know Beaufort because it's where one of the best movies of all time was filmed. That's right, Forrest Gump. Besides Savannah, Georgia, Beaufort, South Carolina, folks. Great film. This video is about to be Alex Murdaugh's defense team objecting to the prosecution's line of questioning. Let's take a look.
Referencing State's Exhibit 190. Captain Chapman, do you notice blood marks here in the water?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection is sustained.
Thank you.
Did you observe blood marks in the water when you were there that evening?
Calling for speculation.
Right.
He is calling for speculation as to what discoloration.
All right, so we're in state court in South Carolina. The defense attorney, given his draw, is probably a very experienced litigator. By his hairline, this probably isn't his first trial. I'm assuming, based off of the way that he is talking to the judge, he's probably very respected, obviously, super high-profile case. So the interesting part here, folks, is that a lot of times, especially in federal court, you can't say speculation. He's not allowed to say X, Y, and Z. It's just objection, speculation, objection, hearsay, right? There are no speaking objections allowed. But in certain courtrooms, right, they do things differently. Certain state courts do things differently, obviously, depending on the lawyers, right? They're not going to interfere much. Think of like the NFL, right? If you're watching the Super Bowl, right, how many flags do you want to see? You don't really want to see that many flags. Attorneys have to make objections on the record to preserve the case on appeal. So that's why you're going to hear objection, 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 and the judge is going to say sustained, overruled. But you're not going to see a ton of interaction because the court wants the jury to hear as much as they can as long as it's within the confines of the rules, and they don't really want to interfere, right? You don't want to see, imagine the Super Bowl, you don't want to see a flag. No, you just, let's see how it plays out.
In the water, if there is any, is caused by.
I'll lay more of a foundation, Your Honor.
Right, so the foundation, he's going to have to ask some more questions that lead up to this question that has been objected to for speculation.
Captain Chapman, were you familiar with the scene as this picture depicts?
Yes,
Did you personally view what this picture depicts?
I did.
Are you familiar with the discoloration, and did you observe the discoloration in this photograph on two different areas?
I did see that.
Was that discoloration, in your opinion, consistent?
Objection. He's not been qualified to give an opinion about this matter.
I didn't hear the complete question.
In your estimation,
Your Honor, objection, and if he's going to pursue this frivolous line of questioning, I'd ask the jury be excused. No evidence whatsoever.
The objection is overruled. Let's pose the question.
in your experience and observation, having observed the scene and all the matter that was there, were those lines in the water consistent with blood?
Objection.
Objection sustained.
Thank you.
I don't need to be thanked for any ruling.
Defense attorney, objection, sustained. Thank you. It's natural, right? It's like when somebody does something for you, you want to thank them. The court was pretty funny here. They're just like, don't thank me, obviously. Obviously, the attorney knew what he had said too. But the most important thing here, folks, is that the defense attorney knew that he was going to object. He didn't even sit down. He knew what the line of questioning was. He knew he had to object. So he's just like, I guess I'm not even going to sit down. I'm just going to stand here until I have to object again.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Expressing my gratitude is improper. I appreciate that.
Thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor. And I'll ask just one last question and I understand the court's ruling. Captain Chapman, are the substance there that you identified as having observed, are they in a straight line? Are they in straight lines?
Yes.
Defense attorney doesn't even go back to his table.
Strike his questions about blood from the record, and the jury be instructed to disregard those questions.
I've informed the jury that they're to disregard any question when I sustain the objection. They were previously instructed on that.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now what the court's saying here is that, look, we don't need to strike. What the defense attorney said is, hey, look, Judge, you got to strike this entire line of questioning. We don't want this line of questioning in the record. And what the judge is saying is, look, I sustained your objection. I already told the jury will know this, right? I already told the jury at the beginning of the trial when I told them, I said, hey, this is a trial. This is what's going to happen. This is what happens when you hear the word sustained. Sustained means this. You're going to disregard the question. The jury already knows. Juries are smart. They know truth and they know lies, and juries are very smart. But it is kind of an interesting interplay here between strike, no, we've already instructed them what sustain means. It's very fascinating. Obviously, both of these sides, right? The solicitor in South Carolina, the defense attorneys, highly skilled. This trial has been amazing in terms of legal knowledge. Obviously, substantively, it's extremely sad. If you want to see me cover Alex Murdaugh in a different case, I do class action work. I do life insurance work. Take a look at my video up here where I tell you how and why Alex didn't need to whack himself to make sure his son Buster got his $10 million life insurance.